So last video, I told you that we were going to discuss a scenario in which the physical, actual concrete evidence that has been linked to Teresa Halbach bears out. Okay, so Teresa Halbach goes to Stephen Avery's salvage yard on October 31st, 2005. She then gets out of the vehicle and takes the pictures, gets the money, hands Stephen Avery a copy of Auto Trader, gets in her car, and leaves. Now, we do not have any sightings of Teresa Halbach's vehicle after she leaves the salvage yard, but we do know that a blue-green SUV was seen leaving the Avery property by a propane delivery driver. And we do know that she was at the property at between 3:30 and 3:40, based on the testimony given by the school bus driver dropping off Brendan Dassey. So let's be generous and say that, she left the Avery property at about 3:45. Let's say 3:50, because the bus driver said that she saw her taking the pictures when she pulled up. So let's be generous. Let's say 3:50. She leaves the Avery property. And she is followed. Probably pulls over to make a phone call or to check her messages, at which time she is abducted. She is taken to another location. She is beaten about the head, probably with a hammer or a tire iron, put into the rear cargo area of her vehicle, driven out to the quarry, and she's either manually strangled or she succumbs to her injuries at the quarry, at which time she is burned at the quarry. And the murderer panics. The quarry is close to the Avery salvage yard. What's a better place to hide a vehicle than the Avery salvage yard? Middle of the night, everybody's asleep. There are multiple entrances to the salvage yard. This has been borne out by Stephen Avery's testimony, and just by looking at the damn map. The vehicle is driven to the salvage yard, and branches and a car hood and all kinds of stuff is leaned up against the car to make it look like it's been there a while, so as not to raise alarm to the people who run the damn place. Three days later, Teresa Halbach is reported missing. The killer panics, realizes, okay, let's see what happens from here. Probably takes part in the search, and then the vehicle is found on November 5th, at which time the killer sees that Stephen Avery and the Avery family is the focus of the investigation and says, hey, great way to cover my tracks. So he goes to the Avery property and borrows a burn barrel, takes it to the quarry. This is not difficult considering the location of the burn barrel. The burn barrel is on the other side of Barb Janda's house. Not a difficult place to get the burn barrel from. Goes to the quarry at night, shovels the remains into the burn barrel, but he misses some. Easy to do when it's at night at a fucking quarry. Takes it back to the Avery property, puts it back where it was, But then he has an idea. He sees a fire pit across the yard in Stephen Avery's area. Now, it's possible that he had no idea that it was Stephen Avery's house. That was just dumb luck. Takes most of the remains, dumps them in the burn pit, and leaves the burn barrel at the original site. Burn barrels leave marks. It's not hard to put them back where it looks like they are supposed to go. The rest of the evidence is compromised due to Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department involvement, but that is the more likely scenario. If you have an idea as to another way that could have gone, I mean, really at this point, the evidence points to variations on that theme. You know, when she leaves the Avery property, she's either followed or, you know, everybody knew she was going to be out at the Avery property that day. So it wouldn't have been difficult for somebody that she knew to go out to the property and just wait for her to leave. Beyond that, there is absolutely no proof who put her in the rear of the vehicle. The blood evidence is compromised strictly because of the compromised purple-topped vial of blood, Stephen Avery's blood. The key is compromised because of how and who it was found by. And the bullet fragment is again compromised because of how and who and when it was found. So just based off of the actual evidence, the evidence that is irrefutable, just the DNA, that is my theory. She was either followed from the Avery property or she was ambushed by someone she knew, taken to another location, killed, transported to the quarry. That's the only reason why you would put her in the back of the vehicle, is to transport the body. What better vehicle to transport her in than her own? Transported to the quarry, burned at the quarry, and then the remains were moved after she had already been reported missing. That's pretty much it, folks. That's what I got. If you have any details to add into that, please leave it in the comment section below and we will discuss it in a future video. Thank you for watching.